Separation anxiety is about three childhood friends, one of whom dies unexpectedly, and how the other two try to come to terms with that grief of losing essentially their best friend. And they do it in very separate and disparate ways.
It questions the strength of the faith that they have in each other, the faith that they have in their friend who's passed away. I think it's a study of grief, which is kind of the major concept I zeroed in on, is how we deal with grief.
Hey, Quinn.
Jess, is everything all right?
No. It's really not.
I guess the impetus actually was something similar to what one of the characters goes through in the film. I was living in California, been away from my family for a while, and I lost my uncle.
We started when Separation Anxiety was actually a play that Jeremy had written, and Cole was in the play originally and brought it to life.
No such thing. One day I asked Jeremy Stoney, the writer, do you ever think of making this into a movie? And there was, well, yeah. I mean, not seriously until you mentioned it, but yeah. And I ran it by John Klein, and I said, it needs some work, it needs some treatments, it needs this, what do you think? And I got a call from John saying, I love it, it's incredible, wow, let's do this. And it kind of barreled from there.
And I said some things.
So regret the hell out of it. And you'll feel better, won't you?
Maybe. If I didn't mean every damn word.
I feel like I'm really relating to Tyler. A lot of stuff is happening, a lot of surprising things. And Cole is just a terrific director because he really watches what we do. He's like so right there. So he not only sees everything and basically is sort of with us and likes a lot of it, which helps, but then he has such wonderful suggestions. Try this, try that. So the three of us are working exactly the same way. We really want to make this real.
That depends.
On what?
On where you're standing.
I love working with Polly. She is the consummate professional and talented artist, but she also doesn't treat herself any better than anyone else. And to see that, despite the fact that we have a gap between our number of years in the field, we can still relate as equals is so reassuring to know that one day I too could be there, or I hope.
It should come with a warning label.
You should come with a warning label. Now throw, Hollywood!
Oh, nice aim. His motor skills are way too functional. Another round?
This screenwriter actually saw me in another feature and was interested in me for the part. And then they called me in to read with some of the other actors. So we kind of did screen tests for the role of Jess.
This bay, my mind, your mind.
Isn't that Vulcan thing?
Shut up, Quinn, we have to focus.
Oh, holy crap.
What, did you see something?
Yeah. My own death from boredom. I feel like I'm playing my part in the whole process, and that there really isn't like a glorifying of the actors. They still call us talent, which I find kind of odd, because I think that everyone's talented. John Wesley Shipp and I actually laughed about that. But it's great because we feel like part of a whole collaborative experience, and that the gaffer is just as important as the actor and the director and the cinematographer, and everyone working set is an integral part.
It's always very interesting on film sets. There's a technical side that's involved with, okay, technical composition of the shots, the mechanics of how we get there, focus, this, which are all incredibly important.
Because that's really a lot of what the film needs, in addition to the characters and the story, is sort of this vivacity.
It was really hard to come up with visual structure that kind of complemented that. I called Cole probably every half hour. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this for this. I'm thinking about doing this shutter with this frame rate.
It is grand. It's a big honking film.
There's the airport, there's the Palmer House, there's the church. the dam. I mean, a couple huge locations where very, very important things happen.
And then you have what you're actually shooting, which is hopefully the inner emotional life of a set of characters pursuing contrasting and often opposing objectives.
Whether he fell or jumped, end result's the same.
Is it?
I think we always see, not always, but you see a lot of kind of the young relationships, but this relationship between the character of Jess and the boy who's past father, I don't think that has been seen a lot. So to really kind of unravel that, what is the relationship between a father who just lost his son and the possible love interest or deep friend, and how they kind of square off with each other.
I can't accept that the last thing he did had no purpose.
How does suicide give you that?
Well, he tells me that he met the end with his eyes open, not flat on his ass like a drunken idiot.
What, are you afraid that his death's gonna sum up his entire existence?
Well, we all should live for something.
What about just to live?
I mean, isn't that something enough? And that is such a crucial aspect of the film about justifying a person's death with their life and the life that they've lived and the accomplishments that they've had.
But it's remembering what they have. And that's what I always take away from the story, remembering to hold on to what you have, the little moments and those things in life that we tend to take for granted.
We believe that we can have quality alongside quantity, and we can have great films that are also profitable and money-making. And that's, I think, the driving force behind Glass City Films, is that we can take these films that might not necessarily be blockbusters, but we can make them into spectacularly well-crafted movies at a fraction of the cost and still come out with movies that are profitable and exciting and just good stories.
Sun don't set. I'm going where rain feels warm. I'm going when you're upset. I know one's been there before. Who says there's no time to change? And who said that God knows your name? And who says there's no place to go when life